Imagine this. You're sitting at your kitchen table, maybe feeling that familiar afternoon slump, that unquenchable thirst, or perhaps you've just seen your latest blood test numbers creeping up, not full-blown diabetes, but that tricky zone doctors call prediabetes or mild type 2. It's like your body's internal sugar processing system is getting a bit sluggish, a little rusty. Insulin, the hormone that acts like a key to let sugar into your cells for energy, isn't working as smoothly as it should, or maybe your pancreas isn't producing quite enough of it. You want to take action, find gentle, natural ways to support your body alongside the healthier eating and movement you're trying to build. Now, picture a strange-looking vegetable at the market, bumpy, green, oblong, almost like a cucumber that's seen better days. That's bitter melon, also known as bitter gourd or Mamordica carrantia. And while its name warns you about its intense flavor, boiling this unique veggie and making it a regular part of your meals might be one of nature's most potent, yet understated, allies for gently nudging those blood sugar levels towards a healthier balance. It's not a magic fix, it's not about replacing your doctor's advice, but think of it like giving your internal sugar management team a natural, daily boost, helping them clear out the sugar from your bloodstream more efficiently and calming the system down. It's about harnessing the power of a challenging taste for a profoundly important purpose, steadier energy and long-term well-being. So, why bitter melon? And why specifically boiled for blood sugar? It all comes down to the incredible cocktail of natural compounds packed inside that bitter green flesh. Bitter melon isn't just randomly bitter. That strong flavor signals the presence of powerful plant chemicals that directly target the core issues in blood sugar imbalance. The key players have names like charantin, polypeptide P, which acts somewhat like plant-based insulin, and vicine. Think of these compounds as specialized workers sent into your body to tackle the blood sugar problem from multiple angles. In mild diabetes or prediabetes, two main things often happen. Your cells become a bit deaf to insulin's signal, that's insulin resistance. The key doesn't turn the lock easily, and your pancreas, the organ that makes insulin, might get tired and not produce enough when you need it most, especially after a meal. Bitter melon's natural chemicals step in like a skilled repair crew and a supportive coach for your internal systems. One of the main ways boiled bitter melon helps is by making your body's cells much more sensitive to insulin. Insulin is that crucial key that unlocks the door on your cells, allowing sugar, glucose, from your blood to enter and be burned for energy. When cells are resistant, it's like the locks are jammed or rusty. The key is there, but it doesn't work well, so sugar piles up in your bloodstream. The compounds in bitter melon, especially charantin, act like a lubricant and a lockpicker. They help insulin bind more effectively to the receptors on your cells, making the signal clearer and stronger. Imagine insulin knocking on the cell door, and bitter melon helps the cell hear the knock louder and open the door wider and faster. When your muscle and fat cells become more sensitive to insulin, they suck up glucose from your blood much more efficiently. This means less sugar lingering in your bloodstream after you eat, leading to lower and more stable blood sugar readings over time. It's like helping your body actually use the fuel in your blood, instead of letting it clog up the system. Bitter melon might also give your tired pancreas a much-needed supportive nudge. Your pancreas houses the beta cells, the tiny factories that produce insulin. When you're constantly dealing with high blood sugar due to insulin resistance, these beta cells have to work overtime, pumping out more and more insulin to try and force the sugar into the cells. Over time, this can exhaust them. This is where compounds like polypeptide P in bitter melon come into play. Research suggests they may mimic some effects of insulin itself, taking a little pressure off the pancreas. More importantly, bitter melon seems to help protect these precious beta cells. Its powerful antioxidants combat oxidative stress, the cellular damage caused by high blood sugar levels, which can harm the beta cells. Some studies even suggest bitter melon might stimulate the regeneration or improved function of these insulin-producing cells. It's like providing the factory workers with protective gear, reducing the damaging stress around them, and maybe even encouraging a few more workers to show up or work smarter. For someone with mild blood sugar issues, supporting the pancreas is key to preventing things from progressing. Another clever trick up bitter melon's sleeve involves your digestion and appetite. When you eat carbohydrates, like rice, bread, potatoes, or pasta, your body breaks them down into simple sugars, glucose, in your gut before they enter your bloodstream. How quickly this happens matters enormously. A rapid breakdown leads to a big, sudden spike in blood sugar, which is hard for your body to handle, especially if insulin sensitivity is reduced. Bitter melon contains compounds that act like gentle speed bumps in your digestive highway. They can slow down the activity of enzymes like alpha-glucosidase, which are responsible for chopping up complex starches into absorbable sugars. By partially blocking these enzymes, bitter melon slows the conversion of carbs into glucose. Imagine putting temporary traffic cones on the road where sugar rushes into your blood. Instead of a flood, glucose enters your bloodstream more gradually, like a steady stream. This slower, more controlled release is far easier for your body to manage, especially when combined with improved insulin sensitivity. It prevents those dramatic peaks that stress your system and the crashes that leave you feeling drained and hungry soon after. Boiling the melon makes it easier to eat consistently, ensuring you get this beneficial slowdown with your meals. Beyond these direct actions on sugar metabolism, bitter melon is a powerhouse of antioxidants and anti-inflammatory compounds. Chronically high blood sugar creates a lot of oxidative stress and inflammation throughout your body. It's like little sparks of damage flying around, harming tissues, blood vessels, and organs. This is a major contributor to the long-term complications associated with diabetes. The unique compounds in bitter melon, along with vitamins like C, act like expert firefighters and peacekeepers. They neutralize the damaging sparks, free radicals, and help reduce the background inflammation. By lowering this oxidative stress and calming inflammation, boiled bitter melon helps protect your entire system, your pancreas, your blood vessels, your nerves, from the harmful effects of elevated blood sugar. It's like providing daily internal maintenance, cleaning up the cellular mess and dampening the fires that high sugar can ignite, contributing significantly to your overall health defense. Now, why boil it? Let's be honest, bitter melon lives up to its name. It's intensely, assertively bitter. This bitterness can be a major hurdle for many people. Boiling is one of the best ways to make it more approachable while preserving its benefits. When you boil bitter melon slices or chunks in water for about 5 to 10 minutes, until tender but still slightly firm, several helpful things happen. First, boiling helps leach out some of the most intense bitter compounds into the water, slightly mellowing the flavor of the vegetable itself. You discard this water, taking away some of the harshest bitterness. Second, boiling softens the tough texture, making it much easier to chew and digest, which is especially important for anyone with digestive sensitivities. Third, gentle boiling helps preserve many of the heat-stable beneficial compounds, like charantin and vicine, better than high-heat methods like frying, which might degrade them. Boiling is simple, accessible, and transforms the melon into a palatable ingredient you can incorporate into various dishes. It's the gateway to consistent consumption. How do you actually prepare and eat boiled bitter melon for blood sugar benefits? Start by choosing firm, green bitter melons. They should feel heavy for their size. Wash them thoroughly under running water. Slice them lengthwise and scoop out the seeds and the white pith inside with a spoon. This is the most bitter part. Then, slice the hollowed-out halves crosswise into thin half-moons or small chunks. Now, the crucial step, blanching to reduce bitterness. Place the slices in a pot of salted boiling water. Let them boil for 5 to 7 minutes. You'll see the water turn green and cloudy. That's some of the bitterness leaving. Drain this water completely and rinse the melon pieces briefly under cold water. Now, your pre-boiled bitter melon is ready. You can use it immediately or store it in the fridge for a few days. This pre-boiled, bitterness-reduced melon becomes incredibly versatile. You can stir-fry it quickly with onions, garlic, ginger, lean protein, like chicken, tofu, or shrimp, and a splash of low-sodium soy sauce or turmeric for flavor. You can add it to soups or stews during the last 10 to 15 minutes of cooking. You can toss it into salads. Its slightly bitter note can be balanced with a tangy dressing. You can even scramble it with eggs. The key is consistency. Aim to include a small serving, about half a cup of boiled pieces, most days of the week, ideally as part of your lunch or dinner. Think of it as a regular medicinal food, not an occasional side dish. The benefits build up over time with regular intake. It's absolutely vital to manage expectations. Boiled bitter melon is a powerful supportive tool, not a standalone cure. Think of it as a valuable member of your blood sugar management team, not the star player who wins the game alone. It works best when combined with the foundational pillars. Healthy eating is paramount. This means focusing on whole, unprocessed foods, loads of non-starchy vegetables, lean proteins, healthy fats, avocado, nuts, olive oil, and choosing complex carbohydrates, like whole grains, beans, lentils, in controlled portions. Severely limit sugary drinks, sweets, white bread, white rice, and processed snacks. Regular physical activity is non-negotiable. Exercise is like a miracle drug for blood sugar. It helps your muscles use glucose directly for energy, making your insulin work better immediately and improving sensitivity long-term. Aim for a mix you enjoy: brisk walking, swimming, cycling, dancing, most days of the week. Weight management, even losing a modest amount of excess weight, 5 to 10% of body weight, can dramatically improve insulin sensitivity. Stress management is crucial too. Chronic stress hormones like cortisol directly raise blood sugar. Find healthy ways to relax: deep breathing, meditation, spending time in nature, listening to music. Regular monitoring of your blood sugar levels, as advised by your doctor, helps you track progress and see what works. Medical guidance is essential. Never stop or change prescribed diabetes medication without consulting your doctor. Boiled bitter melon is a potent addition to this comprehensive healthy lifestyle, amplifying your efforts, not replacing them. It won't overcome a consistently poor diet or a sedentary life. Safety first. While boiled bitter melon is generally safe for most people when consumed as food, there are important considerations due to its potency. The most significant concern is its ability to lower blood sugar. This is the goal, but if you are already taking diabetes medications, like metformin, sulfonylureas, GLP-1 agonists, or insulin, boiled bitter melon might cause your blood sugar to drop too low, hypoglycemia. Symptoms include shakiness, sweating, dizziness, confusion, and extreme hunger. This risk is especially serious for seniors. It is absolutely critical to talk to your doctor before starting regular consumption of bitter melon if you are on any diabetes medication. They need to know so they can monitor your levels closely and potentially adjust your medication dose. Never replace prescribed meds with bitter melon. Pregnant women should avoid bitter melon. Compounds in the seeds, and potentially the flesh, may stimulate the uterus or have effects that could be harmful during pregnancy, potentially increasing miscarriage risk. Breastfeeding mothers should also avoid it due to lack of safety data. Bitter melon seeds, in particular, contain a compound called vicine that can be toxic in large amounts and may cause issues like favism in susceptible individuals, though this is rare and usually linked to fava beans. Stick to eating the prepared flesh and avoid consuming large quantities of seeds. Some people might experience digestive upset, stomach cramps, diarrhea, or nausea, especially when starting or if eating too much. Start with small amounts, a few tablespoons of boiled melon, and gradually increase. Due to its potential effects on the liver, individuals with existing liver disease should consult their doctor before consuming it regularly. Children should generally not be given bitter melon for medicinal purposes. Always listen to your body. If you experience any adverse effects, stop consuming it. Crucially, boiled bitter melon is for mild blood sugar management support. If you have severe or uncontrolled diabetes, or if your blood sugar levels are dangerously high, seek proper medical diagnosis and treatment immediately. Bitter melon complements care. It doesn't replace it for serious conditions. The scientific evidence supporting bitter melon for blood sugar control is promising, particularly for prediabetes and mild type 2 diabetes, but it's a growing field. Many laboratory studies and animal studies clearly demonstrate its mechanisms, improving insulin sensitivity, mimicking insulin, stimulating glucose uptake, protecting pancreatic beta cells, and slowing carbohydrate digestion. Human clinical trials have shown mixed but often positive results. Some studies report significant reductions in fasting blood glucose, post-meal blood sugar spikes, and even HbA1c, the 2 to 3 month average blood sugar marker, in people with type 2 diabetes consuming bitter melon juice, extracts, or cooked fruit. Other studies show more modest effects or effects only in specific groups. Factors like the type of bitter melon used, preparation method, juice versus cooked, dose, study duration, and participant health status can influence results. However, the overall trend, especially in trials using whole fruit preparations like cooked or juiced bitter melon, supports a beneficial effect on blood sugar regulation. Its long history of traditional use in Ayurveda, traditional Chinese medicine, and other systems for diabetes-like conditions adds weight to its potential. While more large-scale, long-term human studies are always beneficial, the existing evidence makes boiled bitter melon a reasonable, low-risk, when prepared correctly and used appropriately, natural dietary approach to try alongside conventional lifestyle management for mild blood sugar concerns. Making boiled bitter melon part of your routine can be a proactive step towards taking charge of your metabolic health. It's a humble, inexpensive vegetable with remarkable potential. Embrace the challenge of its bitterness as part of its power. Preparing it, washing, slicing, scooping seeds, blanching, can be a mindful practice, a commitment to your well-being. Experiment with recipes. Find ways to incorporate it into dishes you enjoy, balancing its flavor with spices, garlic, ginger, or protein sources. Pay attention over weeks and months. Alongside your healthy diet and exercise, you might notice your fasting blood sugar numbers gradually improving. You might feel fewer intense energy crashes after meals. Your overall sense of vitality might increase. These are positive signs that your body is responding. Remember, the benefits accrue with regular, consistent use. Think of it as a long-term investment in your body's ability to handle sugar gracefully. So, if you're navigating the world of slightly elevated blood sugar, prediabetes, or mild type 2 diabetes, and you're looking for a natural, food-based way to support your journey, consider welcoming boiled bitter melon to your table. Prepare it thoughtfully to tame its bite, incorporate it regularly into your meals, and pair it with other vibrant vegetables and lean proteins. Do it consistently. But do it wisely, alongside your leafy greens, your daily walks, your stress reduction practices, and always under your doctor's guidance, especially if you take medication. Never see it as an excuse to neglect the core pillars of health. View it as a potent, earthy, natural partner in your quest for better blood sugar balance. It's a simple, profound act of self-care, transforming a challenging vegetable into a warm, supportive ally, helping your body manage its sugar load more effectively, one nourishing bite at a time. Your cells, your pancreas, and your future health will appreciate the dedicated support.